My young friend, if you are hearing these words, it is not by chance. Life does not speak to those who sleep through it. It whispers to the ones who are awake, who seek something more, something greater than the ordinary. You have been told to wait for your turn, to follow the safe path, to keep your head down, but I tell you this, there is no safety in waiting, and there is no reward in silence. This world does not give you what you wish for. It gives you what you demand with your actions, right now while you are young, while your blood is hot and your spirit is alive. You must make a decision that most never dare to make, the decision to take complete control of your life. Understand this, every person who has ever achieved greatness began with a simple thing, a burning desire, not a hope, not a wish, a desire so intense that it consumed them, day and night, mind and soul. And if you do not yet have that desire, you must find it, dig for it, create it if you must, because without it, life will toss you around like a leaf in the wind. Most people live like that, they float. They follow, they fear, but you must become one of the few who decide what they will be, the few who act when others hesitate, the few who believe when others doubt. This life will not wait for you to feel ready. It will not ask if you are comfortable. It rewards only the bold, the focused, the determined. Success is not an accident. It is a formula. It begins with thought. What you believe about yourself becomes your reality. What you imagine, if held long enough with faith and backed with action, becomes the life you live. So I ask you, what do you believe you deserve, not what others told you, not what the world says is realistic? What do you believe deep down when the noise is gone, because that belief is the seed, and everything in your life will grow from it. The young person who builds discipline today will live in freedom tomorrow. The one who sacrifices comfort now will walk among giants later, so do not waste these years. Do not waste your energy on things that steal your fire. Do not trade your potential for distractions, your purpose for pleasure, or your vision for someone else's opinion. You were not born to blend in. You were born to build, to shape, to lead. There is genius within you, but only if you are willing to pay the price, and the price is this: total responsibility, relentless work, an unshakable faith. You have everything you need. The world will try to convince you otherwise, but the truth is, the greatest power you possess is already inside you, the power to choose your thoughts, control your habits, and direct your future. So choose wisely, start now, and never ever give up, because one day they will ask how you did it, and you will say, I decided I was done living small, I believed I could, I acted like I would, and then I did. Every great accomplishment begins not in the hands, not in the feet, not even in the mind, but in the heart. The first spark that separates the average man from the exceptional is desire, a deep, white, hot, consuming desire. Not a fleeting interest, not a curious thought, but a desire so strong that it pushes aside fear, overcomes doubt, and burns through every obstacle in its path. You see, most people wish for success. They say, I want a better life, or I hope things will change, but wishes are weak. Wishes have no power unless they are transformed into a definite purpose backed by desire. Wishing is passive. Desire is active. Desire moves the mind, commands the body, and speaks directly to the laws of the universe. There is a strange and powerful force in the heart of one who truly desires something. That person becomes a magnet, drawing in opportunity, resources, people, and circumstances that seem almost like coincidence. But they are not coincidence. They are the natural result of focused energy. Because when a person holds a desire in their mind long enough, with enough emotion, the mind begins to work in harmony with it, ideas come, courage rises, the path begins to reveal itself. You may have seen this in your own life. When you truly wanted something, not half-heartedly, but when you wanted it so badly that you thought of it in the morning and dreamed of it at night, what happened? You started moving, you started learning. You saw doors where once there were only walls. That is the power of desire. But hear this. Desire without direction leads to frustration. You must give your desire a form. You must write it down, speak it out loud. Build a plan, feed it daily with thoughts, images, and actions. Let it live in your imagination until it becomes as real as the air around you. And then act, because desire without action is like a flame without fuel, it dies. You are young, that means your fire is still fresh. Your spirit is not yet dulled by defeat or disillusionment. Now is the time to decide what you want more than anything in the world and pursue it with everything you have. Others will tell you to settle. They will say your dreams are unrealistic. But understand this, they are not rejecting your dream. They are projecting their own limitations onto you. Refuse to accept it. Hold your desire tightly, protect it like a seed in the storm, water it with faith, discipline, and persistence, and one day you will wake up and realize you've become the person others said you never could be. All because you had the courage to desire something more, and the will to never let it go. There comes a moment in every young person's life when the truth must be faced. Your life is your own, and no one is coming to do the work for you. It does not matter how you were raised, where you started, or what you lacked. What matters now is what you choose to do from this moment forward. Most people go through life pointing fingers. They blame their parents, their past, the government, the system, the weather, their boss, their teacher, their friends. But I will tell you this plainly, blame is a poison, and it will keep you weak as long as you drink it. The world owes you nothing. No one will hand you success. The only person responsible for the quality of your life is you. This is not a burden. It is your greatest advantage, because the moment you accept total responsibility, you step into complete power. If you caused it, you can change it. If you created the problem, you can also build the solution. You are no longer waiting. You are no longer begging. You become the architect and the builder of your destiny. The young person who understands this early in life becomes unstoppable. Why? Because they no longer waste time complaining. They don't wait for permission. They don't hope that someone will come and rescue them. They rise, they create, they adapt, they fight for what they want. You were born with that same ability. Inside you is the power to take hold of your time, your thoughts, and your actions. Do not surrender it. Every moment you delay, every excuse you accept, every responsibility you avoid is a step away from the life you were meant to live. The truth is, life will test you. It will not always be fair. You will face loss, rejection, hardship, and pain. But you must never allow those things to define you. Use them, learn from them, grow stronger because of them. Responsibility means you do not let outside forces control your future. You become the force that shapes your outcome. It begins with your thoughts. What you think about, you become. Guard your mind. Speak only what you want to create. Focus only on what you can control, and leave the rest behind. Look around you. Every person you admire, every leader, every inventor, every achiever, they took responsibility. They said, I will not live by accident, I will live by design. And they paid the price in effort, in sacrifice, and in discipline. That is the price of freedom, and it is a price worth paying. So take the wheel. Steer your ship. Choose your direction and refuse to drift. From this day on, let no excuse leave your lips. Let no blame cloud your vision. Stand tall. Take full ownership of your future, because once you do, there is nothing this world can take from you that you cannot rebuild better and stronger than before. Everything you will ever have, become, or achieve will first be born in one place, your mind. The greatest secret known to those who rise above mediocrity is this: what you believe about yourself becomes the foundation of your reality. You may not realize it yet, but there is a silent architect shaping your decisions, your habits, and your future. That architect is your belief system, and every single belief you hold, whether true or false, Acts like a blueprint. If the blueprint is weak, the structure will crumble, but if the blueprint is strong, definite, and rooted in possibility, there is no limit to what you can build. Young man, young woman, if you do not believe in yourself, the world will never believe in you. It begins there, not in talent, not in luck, not even in knowledge. It begins with belief, the quiet conviction that I can, and then I will. Most people have been trained to doubt themselves. They've heard you're not smart enough, you're not talented enough, people like us don't succeed. And over time they accepted these words as truth. But listen carefully, nothing can limit you more than the lies you accept in your own mind. If you believe you are weak, your actions will reflect weakness. If you believe you are unlucky, you will attract misfortune. If you believe you are not worthy of success, you will unconsciously sabotage every opportunity. But change the belief, and you change the outcome. Believe that you are capable, and you'll begin to learn faster. Believe that you are worthy, and you'll begin to move with confidence. Believe that the future is yours to create, and you'll begin to take action without hesitation. The mind is a servant. It will follow whatever orders you give it, and belief is the command. Whatever you tell yourself over and over again, your subconscious accepts. It doesn't argue, it doesn't reason. It simply obeys. So ask yourself, what instructions have I been feeding my mind? Are you building a palace of success or a prison of limitation? It is not arrogance to believe in yourself. It is essential. Every inventor, every champion, every leader began by believing in something that others could not see. They held that vision in their minds long before the world ever applauded them. You must do the same. Feed your mind with faith, not fear. Speak power into your life. Surround yourself with people, words, and ideas that lift your belief higher. Protect it, strengthen it, because your belief is the soil and everything in your life grows from it. You do not need to know how everything will happen. You only need to believe that it can and begin. The rest will be revealed in time, but only to the one who dares to believe beyond what they can currently see. That is how reality is shaped, not by circumstance, but by conviction. There is a law in this universe that no man, woman, or child can escape. You will pay a price, either the price of discipline today or the price of regret tomorrow. One leads to growth, power, and freedom. The other leads to pain, weakness, and change you cannot see but will surely feel. Discipline is not punishment. It is not something to run from. It is the tool of the wise, the friend of the successful, the weapon of every person who rises above the noise of the world. It is the quiet force behind every victory you admire. The world may tell you to live for comfort, to chase the easy path, to avoid pain, but I warn you, comfort is a thief. It steals time, it steals health, it steals dreams. It may feel good in the moment, but it costs you your future. Discipline, on the other hand, feels heavy at first, but it strengthens you. It sharpens you, it lifts you above the average, and puts you in control of your destiny. When you are young, you have energy, you have time. But if you spend that time on distractions, on meaningless pleasures, on things that feel good but build nothing, you will wake up one day trapped in a life you did not choose. Discipline is what frees you from that trap. The disciplined person builds habits that compound. They wake up with purpose. They train the body, sharpen the mind, and feed the soul. They choose progress over pleasure, growth over ease, and because they do what others won't, they will live how others can't. You may not see the results immediately. You may not get applause. You may even be mocked for your focus, but do not bend, do not quit, because every act of discipline is a deposit into your future. And the interest is freedom. Freedom to do the work you love, freedom to live where you want, freedom to walk away from what no longer serves you, freedom to speak, move, and act with confidence, because you know you earned it. Discipline is the difference between the man who dreams and the man who lives his dream. Between the one who watches others win and the one who becomes a winner. Each morning, ask yourself, will I choose discipline or will I choose delay? Will I lead my life or be led by weakness? And each night, remind yourself, the choices I make today shape the man or woman I become tomorrow. So build the habit now, wake early, work hard, say no to the things that weaken you. Surround yourself with those who challenge you, not those who distract you, because the truth is simple, discipline creates freedom. And freedom, once earned, is the sweetest gift life has to offer. The crowd will always choose safety over greatness. It will choose what is familiar over what is possible. It will tell you to slow down when you want to speed up, to doubt when you want to believe, and to shrink when your spirit is ready to rise. If you follow the crowd, you will end up where the crowd goes: mediocrity, confusion, and quiet desperation. Look around you. Most people live not by design, but by default. They wake up each day reacting to life instead of creating it. They wait for permission. They fear rejection. They cling to the opinions of others like a drowning man clings to a piece of driftwood, too afraid to swim, too unsure to let go. But hear this, no one ever built a legacy by blending in. No one ever changed the world by thinking like everyone else. If you want to live a life of meaning, power, and freedom, you must learn to stand alone when needed. You must become comfortable walking paths that others are too afraid to even look at. The crowd laughs at dreamers until the dreamers become the ones they admire. The crowd mocks the disciplined until the disciplined become the ones they envy, and the crowd will always resist change until change becomes the very thing they cannot live without. You must decide, will you be shaped by the crowd or will you shape your own identity? Will you chase applause or chase purpose? Will you surrender to what is easy or rise to what is necessary? Following the crowd feels safe, but that safety is a lie. The crowd does not know where it is going. It is led by fear, habit, and the lowest level of thinking. To rise above it requires courage, clarity, and conviction. When you stop following the crowd, something powerful happens. You begin to hear your own voice. You begin to think independently, act intentionally, and walk with purpose. You start to feel alive, not because others approve, but because you know you are being true to the call within you. You may walk alone for a season, yes. But that solitude will refine you. It will teach you strength, self-respect, and vision. It will separate you from the ordinary so that you can live extraordinarily. The greatest thinkers, leaders, inventors, and builders in history were not crowd followers. They were crowd breakers, and not because they hated others, but because they refused to betray their own potential just to fit in. So I say to you, dare to think differently, refuse the easy path, challenge what is popular, choose what is right over what is common, and when your path feels lonely, remember, the crowd is never ahead of you. They are always behind. You were not made to follow. You were made to lead, not others. Lead yourself. That is where true power begins. Success is not a mystery. It does not belong to the chosen few, nor is it reserved for those with perfect conditions or special talents. Success belongs to the one who moves with purpose, fueled by faith and backed by relentless action. That is the formula, and that formula never fails the one who truly commits to it. Too many young people wait. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for more motivation. They wait until they feel ready. But I tell you this with absolute certainty. Waiting is the enemy of achievement. While you wait, doubt grows. While you wait, fear multiplies. While you wait, the life you dream of drifts further from your reach. Action is the cure. Even imperfect action is better than perfect hesitation. Every step you take brings clarity. Every move forward, no matter how small, strengthens your courage. When you act, you activate the laws of motion. You open the door to opportunity. You tell the world, and your own subconscious, that you are serious. But action alone is not enough. You must also walk with faith. Not just faith in the world, not just faith in your goals, but faith in yourself. Faith that the path will reveal itself, even if you cannot see the entire road. Faith that what you're building day by day will someday rise into something extraordinary. Many will tell you, be realistic, but those who only believe in what they see never achieve anything beyond it. The most powerful builders of success believe first, act second, and only then see results. They do not wait for proof. They become the proof. When you combine faith with action, something miraculous begins to happen. Your doubts weaken, your mind sharpens, you begin to attract ideas, people, and circumstances that move you forward, and suddenly what once seemed impossible begins to take shape. You must understand, faith gives your actions purpose, and action gives your faith life. Without action, your belief is only a wish, and without belief, your action is hollow. But when the two work together, belief and movement, conviction and execution, you become unstoppable. Let others talk. Let them doubt. Let them sit and wait. You were not born to wait. You were born to create, to build, to rise. Your future is not something you find. It is something you forge with your own hands, guided by your own belief. Each day is a test. Will you act or will you hesitate? Will you believe or will you shrink? Your answer is written not in your words, but in your decisions. So move, act with courage, believe without apology. And know this truth, the one who moves with faith and acts with intention will always rise above the one who only dreams, because success does not respond to hope, it responds to motion.